yes is, but not what it's about. And he's not interested in what it's about. This interest comes on the Mochin level. So this shows that there is midos l'mayla me'aseichel. Midos before seichel kicks in and starts identifying the significance of the midah, there's already the experience of the midah. This is AYIN, a makifi. Again, makif means, like you said, an example of observing somebody in distress. In makif, you are relating to the fact that he is in distress, not what is distressing him, what is bothering him. And this Indian, what it is that distresses him, that pertains, and that is only if you have seichel, only if it goes into down to seichel. But the midas shel ma'am seichel are in a makif manner. Big day, okay, the end of the fourth one. Big day, and in order that in the midas there should come forth, there should be oil panimi, a panimi type of oil, meaning an oil that identifies and relates to the content and the significance of this midah. Who are the Mochin dafka? That occurs at the Mochin dafka only through the contribution of Mochin. Mochin force out in the midas the oil pnimi element. Rebbe explains. What does that mean? Sheha-Mochin hein be'etzem b'chines pnimi. Because Mochin is a different situation completely. Mochin, the unit from pnimi in Mochin is not an add-on. Mochin are be'etzem b'chines pnimi. Mochin are not experiencing cold, warm, comfort. Mochin relate to the significance of what is occurring. They are a b'china pnimi.
Why is significance called panimi?
Because that's what pnimi is. Pnimi is what's the content. What is it about? Like I give you the example. You look down and you see a city. When you look down at a city, you see a labyrinth, a labyrinth, a mix-up of many different streets coming into each other, and houses and so forth. A whole development. It's called a labyrinth. A whole development. Mitzad midos, you say, oh, look at this. This is much going on. Mochin immediately asks the question, what is this? What's the name of the city? As a matter of fact, you want to know what this street name is and what this street's name. Where does this lead and where does this lead? Mochin, as soon as he sees a labyrinth, he wants to he immediately relates to the individual lines and structures and the full structure of what he is observing.
But what makes that panimi? Panimi means internal.
All right. I have to answer it in two steps. There are two aspects of pnimi. There's pnimi of that which you're observing, and pnimi, how it affects you in pnimius. The pnimius of what you're observing is the individual streets and the structure of the house, of the city. Mitzad midos, you do not identify with the structure of the city. You see a whole labyrinth. Seichel immediately says, oh, there are many streets over here. And they all intertwine and they all interrelate, developing a whole city. That's the pnimi of what you're observing. The reason that you're observing the pnimius, that you recognize the pnimius, is because Mochin are the pnimi by you also. Mochin do not get obsessed, so to speak, and affected by the fact, but there's a big thing happening. Big thing is a midas. Mochin, what is happening? This is Mochin. Mochin is a pnimius in the person also. In other words, what is it? The pnimius in the person means what the significance of what he is experiencing. That's pnimius.
But
One second. Before you ask, do you understand the difference?
Yes.
Good. I saw him walking. This is not a Mochin statement. I saw him going. That's a Mochin statement. You understand the difference?
No, it's a difference.
I understand that this is...
One second. You don't get the difference?
I sense a difference. I'm not sure I'm onto the right track though.
Why not? Walking means he's walking. You see the action of walking.
Movement of his legs versus
walking. He's moving,
Yeah.
but no destination.
Contrast that with he's going.
Going is he's going someplace. You recognize that he's preoccupied with the destination where he's going.
Okay.
Mochin. The minute you see somebody walking, you ask, where is he going? He's walking. That's not an answer. Yes, Shlomo.
I understand that growing is Mochin, but what I don't understand is why is it pnimi?
You have to translate the word pnimi to yourself also. Can you see this cup?
Yes.
You see me holding the cup? Okay. I'm holding something. That's not what happens. I'm holding a cup. That's pnimi. Inside the hand, I'm holding something. The person does not hold something. A person holds a specific thing, and there's a reason why he's holding it. That's pnimi. Pnimi is that which identifies with the specifics of what's happening, because pnimi identifies with the purpose. A person is not walking in air. He is going. That's pnimi. It engages his seichel, engages his whole phenomenon of being a human being. Yes.
Closer.
Okay, good. So Midas would be makif if not for the effect of Mochin. Mochin, we say, this is an important thing. Mochin hein be'etzem b'chines pnimi. Mochin are be'etzem. Be'etzem means in essence. The idea from pnimi Mochin is not an additional, another quality in the Mochin, but this is be'etzem in essence. So we have to discuss this. I just want to point out, we immediately see that this is so, because instantaneously, when a person observes something with his Mochin, he immediately begins to decipher what is it about. Not because he has a need to identify it, not because he's going to benefit by identifying it, but this is be'etzem, this is the essence of Mochin. A person, I said many times, that sight is reflective of chochmah. Sight, you can look at things and automatically you don't have to do any effort to see it. Yet, when you see, when your eyes are open and you see, you identify in your sight all the details of what you're seeing. Why? You're seeing, everything merges into the other. Because there's a chochmah element in the experience of sight. And that's why immediately in the experience of sight there is already the content. What am I seeing? It's not just a conglomeration of many things falling together. And if they are falling together, he will make an effort right away to start stopping and identifying each individual thing. That's the etzem, so to speak, the etzem of Mochin.
I think this might have come up yesterday, but we say about Mochin and about chochmah that's chochmah. Not that it's involved with street names and.
No, okay. Right. I don't see the contradiction, I just want to explain to you where you perceive the contradiction. Chochmah. I just now said an interesting thing. You open your eyes and instantaneously you see that which is in front of your eyes. That which is in front of your eyes is multicolored, multifaceted, multi-designed, and yet you see it all at once. How does that happen? The answer is because it's chochmah. You are bottled. You just accept things as they are given to you. Power mode. I hope it lasts. That's chochmah. Chochmah means, that's why chochmah, you say, sight. Sight is showing you the reality itself, because sight is accepting what there is to see. This is chochmah. He does not need to experience that which it sees in order to see it. He sees it whether it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. Whether he likes it or he doesn't like it.
Yeah, whether it has a name or no name. Destination or destination. No.
He knows that it has a name, because that's what Seichel immediately identifies. There is something to it. He may not know the name, but he knows that it has a name, and he knows that it has a destination. He can take it without knowing it, because he takes it, but he knows instantaneously that there is something there. If he sees a person, he instantaneously knows that the person has a name. As a matter of fact, it's the first question that's, what's your name? How do you know I have a name? Maybe I don't have a name.
This already, that things have names and naming things seems already like stage 2, binah. How does it fit together? How do we understand
Not
it?
so. We're making a big mistake between binah and chochmah. Chochmah, we spoke about yesterday, contains everything that binah has. If not for chochmah, binah would not have nothing. Binah identifies specifically that which chochmah provides for it, shows it.
And that identifying is the assigning the name, recognizing.
That's
the
why
name.
identifying exactly what it is about, what's his name, who he belongs to, so on and so forth. But the fact that he belongs to somebody, that's a primary chochmah principle. That doesn't need to be proven. Binah, and this is very important to understand, binah is a derivative of chochmah. This is a big problem in our world, that we create a world with binah without chochmah. The structure of the world, the structure makes it to the world. It's not true. It's a it's a dead end world. Highest comes from chochmah. Binah is a wonderful partner to identify that which is contained in chochmah. But if you don't have chochmah, you have nothing to identify. And you begin to build structures, meaningless structures, outside of reality. To the extent that you may conclude that the human being is a descendant of monkeys. If you go that way, you go to that conclusion. What has similarity? Yeah, pretend they're monkeys. What's the difference? They have legs, they have legs, hands, feet. So chochmah is the initial provider, initial reality, cognizance. And then it goes into binah. This is why chochmah and binah go together. Binah is a wonderful partner, I said, because binah, chochmah is chochmah, but binah is also bottle. Bottle is bottle to chochmah. Binah is asking chochmah, tell me what you see. And the binah lacks this beacon. To ask chochmah, tell me what you see, it goes off in a tangent and gets lost in nothingness. This is what the Rebbe says over here. Shehamoichin, this is in the middle of the 4th line, or the 5th line. Shehamoichin heim be'etzem b'chines pnimi. Moichin ha be'etzem b'chines pnimi. Let me just try to explain this very briefly. Why are moichin be'etzem b'chines pnimi? We can see that this is so, but what does it mean? Why are moichin be'etzem? Etzem means in essence. Before any development, before any pursuit, before any curiosity, questioning, in essence, moichin is b'chines pnimi. I'll try to explain the principle behind this. Very briefly. When you see a rock in the wilderness, in contrast to a house, also built of stone, in addition to its utility and so forth, and the design, there's a principle that is immediately recognized and related to. The principle I'm referring to is the rock does not tell you a story, does not tell you how it came here, what's it doing here, who brought it here. Who knows? It just fell down. There was a storm and it rolled down the mountain. A house does not. It doesn't. It is not a wild development. A house has come to be by pre-thought and planning, and with the design and intent. There's a seichel and a will behind this.